So let's say, agents start going to these previews. What is the intention once they do go there? Do they look at the property? What does the conversation look like with the homeowner?
Well, it's from going to the door and going in the house. Here's a mistake that we've made over the years. And even when I was coaching with one of the biggest real estate coaching companies, and when they would say, well, at a listing appointment, you tell the owners to stay in the kitchen while I look at a house as a buyer. Well, I always thought that was kind of weird. And so now in a preview, you don't want to do that. Take that person with you. Okay. Walk with them. It's your time to develop that relationship and understand their needs, and they get to know about you, and you start to get some engagement. So that's one thing I think the mistake that agents were making. Well, let them walk with you. Okay. The other thing that we want to be able to do is that we're trying to uncover what the underlying motivation is to sell the house. Right. So we're looking for what we call a life-changing event. Pregnancy, divorce, financial problems, something in life that is giving some pressure to them to have to sell. Okay. Now, when you have that, you have a viable preview that will probably want to interview, especially if their pricing is wrong. So there's a lot to this, but while you're there going through the house and also listening to them over the phone, you're going to capture whether or not there's a life-changing event. And then while you're going through the house, and of course, they're not going to just go, hey, can you list my house today? But here's something that you need to be ready for. You want to be ready to list a property if they do ask. Because I can tell you in the early days, I had a preview go, today's your lucky day. And I go, why? Well, my wife and I have decided that the first agent that comes to the door is going to list my house. Okay, now I've panicked because I had nothing on me. I wasn't ready. So I said, I'll be right back. So I go to my car and I'm trying to piece together a listing agreement from all the crud that's in the back of my trunk. Got something for them to sign. Be ready to take it. You don't know what you don't know. Now, in most cases, people don't like for sale by owners because it's a series of follow-ups you have to do. I'll get back to the previous second, but I'm just saying that you don't want to let go of these things. So we're back in the house. We find out there is a life-changing event. And so now we know this is a viable lead. Next, what we want to do is ask the big question. Now, there's a series of other steps that are going on in there, but I'm going to cut to the big question. Now, in between finding that life-changing event and the big question, I don't want you to do what most agents do. For some reason, they have what I call the runs of the mouth. Okay. And you're just spitting off, I think your house is overpriced. I think I don't do this, don't do that. That you don't see a doctor operating for free. You don't see an attorney taking case unless it's a, specialized case, right? They do a pro bono. But we're giving way too much information out. You want to just give enough to tease them, to let them know that you're smart and you know what's going on with the marketplace. And I call that the 30,000 foot view of the market. And then you go ahead and ask the big question. But as soon as you start saying things like, I had a client talk to me just the other day, she knows who she is, hey, I'm thinking about doing an open house on a for sale by owner, get leads for them and show them how much I work. Not a good idea. They don't respect you. They'll take advantage of you. And that's the beginning of abuse, in my opinion, with real estate agents.